Tuesday, January 27th, 1:01 p.m. New York time. Welcome back, investors, to Winning Wall Street's Money. Going to go over the 11 sectors of the S&P 500, see which ones are making new highs of the year, as well as new all-time highs. Tomorrow, the Federal Reserve meets, and they vote on interest rates. Friday, the federal government will have several agencies shut down if Congress doesn't pass the CR. Let's go over to the sectors. First, XLB. Look at that. On the far right is the monthly, the middle, the weekly, the left, the daily. Took out the highs of last year, right here. And I made a mistake here. That's the 2024, right here. Outstanding. We broke above the highs of last year in 2024. Look at that big, strong green bullish candle. If you don't know what XLB is, it's posted on my website for Patreon members, right there, materials. But for simplest sake, I'm going to just do the symbols here. So again, outstanding, strong sector. The weekly charts. Look at that. First week of the year. And currently, red candle. Again, the candle's not done till the end of the week, till Friday close. Nice, strong. And the daily chart. It's down. Again, this is a strong sector right now. Outstanding. Let's go on to the next. XLC. Last year was the high. We're still below it. Currently for the month, red candle, lower high, lower low. A few more days, this will be done. Look at the weekly chart. Also, red candle. After that big green candle, that made the low of the year. In the daily chart. On to the next. XLE. Took out the highs of last year. Outstanding. And took out the highs of 2024. And the weekly candle. Currently red. Haven't taken out the high of last week yet. Daily chart with that far left grid. Inside candle. This might be possible distribution. Go on to the next. XLF. Outstanding. Took out the highs of last year. Currently selling off. And you can see here in the weekly chart, just took out the low of last week. New low for the year. Financials are struggling. Daily chart down. XLI. Look at the monthly chart. Outstanding. Big, strong, bullish candle. Weekly chart, 2 weeks in a row. Inside candles. Just holding tight inside that big green candle. Nice. And the daily chart. Massive consolidation over here. On to the next. XLK. Well, still below the highs of last year. And what do we have here? Huge consolidation. 2 inside candles back to back. Middle chart grid, weekly, new high for the year. Outstanding. Finally breaking out. In the daily chart, we made a gap. XLP, big strong candle. For the month, still below the highs of 2024. And the middle chart, weeklies, for that big red candle after the strong push to the upside. And daily chart right here. XLRE, real estate. Look at that monthly candle. Big rejection on the top. Still below the highs of 2024. The weekly chart, 2 inside candles, solid bodies equivalent to red. That's interesting. You might see a further decline. In the daily chart, have been seeing a decline, a lot of red here. XLU, yeah. Bearish pin bar from the highs of last year. Since then, been selling off. Weekly chart, massive consolidation, 2 inside candles. And daily chart, big move for the week. I mean, for the day. Higher high, higher low. Big trading range. Well, actually low, but yeah. So maybe we get a test up here somewhere. That's XLU. XLV, outstanding. Took out the highs of last year, as well as the highs of 2024, forming a bearish pin bar. And daily weekly charts right here. Wow, almost like a burrito. Look at these 2 inside candles inside that green candle. Both those inside candles, solid bodies, might be having distribution up here. And the daily chart, yep, declining. Again, these are 11 sectors, part of the S&P 500. And XLY. Took out the highs of last year. Nice. Weekly, big consolidation up here. And daily, oof, fill that gap up fast. And struggling over here. So there you have it. The 11 sectors of the S&P 500. Several of them, just within 1 month, took out multiple prior year's highs. Those are not technology. Those are other sectors. Some insight here. Last year's top, let's say top 5, top 3 biggest exports from the United States. What do you think it is? 2024. What do you think the biggest sectors, industry, or products that were exported from the United States? Yeah, last year from the current administration and the last year of the prior administration. It hasn't changed much. The biggest exports during each of those years, not in any particular order, just let's just say the top 3. Yeah, top 3 are energy products, typically refined oil, and metals, such as gold, and airplane parts, because the United States has the skill, the technology, and the infrastructure to produce airplane parts. So when you hear people say we're outstanding, politicians especially, so from outstanding, selling more products and everything, well, they're not dumbing it down and giving you facts. It's public information. Yeah. So again, many countries are buying our wealth, our gold. They're making it into jewelry or other things, as well as our energy, because they can use certain energy that we can't. Again, a lot of them don't have the capability to produce airplane parts. Yeah, so it hasn't changed, tweaked a little bit for the last year, the prior knucklehead, and the first year of the new knucklehead. Jobs. That's a whole other number. That's another video. Thank you as always, spending a little time with me. That's it for the video. Thank you for watching.